Good morning, students. Today we will see the servlet. First, we will understand the meaning of the servlet. Servlet stands for serve plus let. Here, the serve stands for the server and let stands for the component. In any of our technology, the let is standing for the component. Applet. App for application and let for the component. We will move ahead and we'll understand that is what is exactly the servlet is doing. Here, the client browser is making a request. Client is sending the request with the help of the HTTP protocol. Here is the web server. This web server is nothing but it is a container of various pages. These pages, it may be a static or it may be a dynamic. But if the page is static, then your web server will immediately respond you. But if the page is dynamic, then web server will create an object for your request and it will forward it to the web container. Web container will instantiate this servlet and he will put the request on behalf of you for the particular page. Servlet will create an object and it will pass and it will check whether that particular the page is there or not. If that page is not there, then it will form a query to the database and it will fetch the record. And then that servlet will proceed that response to the web container. After that, web container will deliver it to the web server and web server will respond it back. See, a user connected via the browser, user sends the HTTP request to the web server. The server has the web container which contains the servlet and this servlet will gather the data from the database. The HTML file is sent. Whatever the response you are getting, it is in the back in the HTTP response. Therefore, the HTML file is sent to via HTTP response to the client browser. Thus, Java servlets are the server-side programs which handles the client request and return the customized or the dynamic response as per the request. The dynamic word which response could be based on the user's input with data retrieved from the database. We will understand what is exactly the two types of responses. Servlet is a Java program that can perform the dynamic operations and it sends it to the web server. The web server then sends this response to the web client. The response is of two types. Number one, that is a static response. Static response means we are sending a request for a particular page. And that home page, we are getting it without any modification. For example, we are typing the URL that is google.com. Every time, whenever we type the google.com, we are getting the same page, same structure. So here we will say my Google page, which I am getting, that is a static response. Now, we will move ahead and we will see the dynamic response. Dynamic response means that is we are logging for the Facebook account. When we log into the Facebook account, every time we are getting the different page, different, that is anyone that is uploaded, any particular the blogs and all. message, pictures, etc. So different pages will be generated for the different user. Even my Facebook account is not showing the similarity with the others one. There will be there are the chances of the dissimilarity. So here that is we will say there are no static pages that are saved on the server side. Instead, they are generated or created dynamically when the user is sending the request. So here we will concentrate on the word dynamic means when the user's request arrive at that time the response is generated. Next time we will see in detail the working of Servlet. Hope all of you understood it. Thank you.